Look at this.
What the hell is this?
Shorty. What the hell's going on?
Put him on.
Are you serious?
Mr. Leo Finch, this interview has been a long time coming.
This is wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Shall we?
Yes, just don't grill me too hard, huh?
All I'm asking for is honesty. The world finds itself at a crossroads, Mr. Finch. The change of leadership within the Black Eagle organization is just as, if not more important than the election of a new president.
Yes, this is definitely a difficult situation, especially considering the circumstances.
A transfer of ownership within a privatized military company can turn the tide of internal conflict or world wars. What do you say to those who doubt your ability during this transition?
All I can say that the objectives of Black Eagle will remain consistent with those instilled by call signs Viper and Jester as long as I remain in control of this corporation. On that point, if there are any needs to improve the corporation, we'll be moving ahead speedily in that direction.
Okay, Mr. Finch, then how would you describe improving the corporation? If Black Eagle is a privatized military corporation that profits from conflict, wouldn't improving business not insinuate having to create war oneself?
Let me make this very clear, Miss Foster. Black Eagle is not in the business to make a profit. With the dissolving of the world's military corporations like Black Eagle are the only thing standing in between us and world anarchy.
No matter. With that said, you're here today because 3 months ago, call signs Jester and Viper were killed in action. What's so funny, Mr. Finch?
At that point, Viper and Jester were no longer part of our organization. They had become militant rogue agents.
All right, then take us through what happened.
They hit me. They threw a bag over my head and took me somewhere. Jester and Viper had kidnapped me, and I hadn't the faintest idea why. I still don't know why Viper and Jester did it.
Kidnapped you?
Betrayed their organization.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like something they would do.
It really doesn't.
I get the feeling something just isn't adding up.
I agree.
What are you gonna do, Leo? Are you gonna kill us?
You two are worth a lot of money.
$250 million each.
You read the report?
I did.
So, you understand why this is necessary.
You gentlemen have become too efficient. There's no one left to be caught. And that means there's no money to be made. How am I supposed to maintain the lifestyle I've become accustomed to? To keep the chalet in Vale and the house in the Hamptons?
Leo, we hired you to be our Minister of Internal Affairs.
I know! Peace, justice, protection of the innocent. You two have got it all figured out, haven't you? But you've been out of the office for far too long. You have no idea how bad things have become. Black Eagle is a corporation. And corporations need money. Who are you to decide who's good and who's evil? Who we let live and who we eliminate. You know that Black Eagle hasn't turned a profit since 2007? These men know. They're reminded every damn paycheck it's time to take control of Black Eagle.
That's not the way PMAP was supposed to work.
Maybe the privatized military enactment policy should have never been signed in the first place. It seems pretty fucked up right about now, doesn't it?
So it's at this point you're on your knees and Viper places a gun to the back of your head?
Yes, but one of our agents, call sign Shorty, came to our rescue at the very last moment, just as he was about to pull the trigger. Luckily, all I got was this little souvenir.
A shot to the leg?
The knee.
But you were kneeling.
I'm sorry? I think you misunderstood me, Miss Foster.
You were kneeling!
Excuse me, Miss Foster?
I'm sorry. You were saying?
Of course. I was just stating that the last months have been a very difficult transition here at Black Eagle.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm
It's okay.
so sorry. I think you got all your stuff here. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. It's okay.
Customer you are calling is unavailable at the moment. Please try again.
Who are you?
Someone who's not going to hurt you.
My story.
It's good. But you gotta check your facts. We'll be in touch.
We need your help, Alexis. Check your glove compartment.
She seems scared, obviously.
I'd assume so. Did she buy it?
I don't know. I hope so. I think so. I saw her lift the document, and she's smart, so she should be able to put two and two together.
Did you let her know we're gonna get back to her?
I did.
Okay, good.
It's clear.
Okay. Whew. All right, get the power on.
He's not gonna pull a gun on her.
I don't know, you'd be surprised. He pulled out a gun on us. But what's to keep him from pulling out a gun on her?
A live broadcast.
I don't know if that's gonna be enough.
We're in. Where are we meeting?
Is everything in Leo's report true?
Yeah,
And you think you want to do this?
I do.
Okay, soon. Call me if anything changes. Bring your friend.
Planning on it.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need your help.
I'm sorry. It's out of the question. I can't help you.
Okay, but so long as he has power, no one is safe. And I can't waste any more time.
Welcome to PMEP. That's what's wrong with privatized military corporations. Someone gets too much power, then they abuse it.
But not like him, not like this. And I'm not gonna miss another opportunity.
You know it's not your fault. I called you because I wanted to know if everything in the file was true, so I could finish my report. Not so I could play cowboys and Indians with a few secret agents throwing a temper tantrum.
It's more than that.
Listen, I'm sorry about what happened. I really am. I just can't be a part of something that I've worked my whole life trying to destroy. I won't do it. Find yourself another lackey.
I'm gonna disband Black Eagle.
You're right.
You're gonna disband your company?
No. I'm going after PMEP. Now can we please sit down and talk about this?
Not yet. Why are you alive?
What are you talking
What
about?
happened in the forest?
How do you know anything about
Everyone thinks you're dead, and I'm not leaving here or helping you until I find out why you're alive.
So we need to get you to the hospital now.
Don't you fucking kill him!
Here, come, take him, go.
Don't fucking kill him! They're mine, I tell you! Don't kill him!
Rock salt. Jesus, Shorty. I thought you were gonna shoot.
So did I.
You're gonna get in shit for this.
So I'm not going back. Saw the mess back there. Leo's right, you know. The company's not bringing enough money. They'll do whatever it takes to keep Black Eagle running.
Someone has to stop him. Does he have everyone?
You two are the only ones left.
What about you?
I've already moved my family. I'm done. I'm not cut out for this. I'm sorry.
You've done all you can.
Soldiers don't abandon the world when it needs us most.
I'm not a soldier anymore.
So he thinks you're dead.
Both of us. And I would like to keep it that way until the end.
And Shorty?
He is dead. I found that on the man who killed him. I think they killed Shorty an hour before and they were headed back to HQ. And he never had a chance.
Neither of you could have known.
I was off. I was off just a split second. And it cost us. And it cost him.
But you did.
I should have.
I understand you two were in this together, but I'm not him. I can't help you.
But you can. Everything in this folder is accurate, and you know what he's capable of. I want you to hold on to it for your report at the end.
Yes. That's my next question. How am I supposed to help you? I don't have the skills. So what's the end for you?
I think we both know what that is.
Sure. And how do I figure into all of this?
I just want you to talk to him.
You need me to talk to him. Okay, I'll play. What on earth am I talking to Leo Finch about?
You know I can't tell you that until you agree to help me. Okay, listen. You want to change the world? This is how it's done. And you can't do it alone.
You can't do it alone.
No, I can't. And I'm willing to admit that. But this is it. And I'm going to try to do this with or without you. And you have to understand that I'm not going to put you in a situation that I don't think that you can get out of. So do you want to change the world? Because I know you do. I've read your report. Bear, do you know what that means? Black Eagle Agency Recruiting. You are our top non-combat prospect. You're smart, Alexis, and you've got guts. It's time to use them. There is a corrupt man in control of the most powerful military organization in the world, and he is using a broken and outdated piece of legal bullshit to shine his crown. I can take care of that man. I'm a soldier. That's what I do. But PMEP? That's too big. That's yours. And we both know that. I need your help. Because I'm not sure if I can do this without you.
Okay. So what are we doing?
Getting Leo isolated is key, so you'll be holding a one-on-one interview with him just a few weeks before he officially becomes the head of Black Eagle. We're gonna get you training right away. Watch his press conferences, read his reports, find out what makes him tick. Since you'll be in a room alone with him, I'm gonna get you combat trained. You can't be too careful here. We arranged it so that you'll be interviewing Leo in his penthouse, but both of you are gonna be in close quarters, so martial combat will be covered. Now that Jester's dead, I myself have a lot of work to do. There'll be a small security team around the house that I'll have to take into account, but it's nothing I won't be able to handle. Remember, Alexis, you have to keep it together and keep him in that room. We only have one shot at this. Also, you can't give him the satisfaction of knowing that Jester is dead. So long as you keep him in that room. Alexis, I promise I'll come for you. And for him.
Mr. Leo Finch? The future of Black Eagle. We've talked about where it's been and where it is now. Can you tell us the challenges of moving forward?
The biggest challenge that lies ahead for Black Eagle is the reformation of a strategic special forces team. That's priority number 1. Priority number 2 is finding replacements for Jester and Viper.
What about callsign Shorty? He seems capable.
Shorty just went through a very traumatic experience, so he's been placed on long-term disability for the near future.
Do you think he'll be back anytime soon?
We certainly hope so. And if he's watching, we want to wish him all the best.
And maybe we can talk to him when he recovers?
Miss Foster, I'm sure that would be totally inappropriate, as we don't allow our agents to speak to the press.
You could change that.
Oh, I don't think so. That's the one thing that Viper and Jester did right.
I'm confused.
What about?
I was under the impression that Viper, Jester, and yourself had a strong working relationship.
Yes, of course, but...
Now you're suggesting that they didn't do anything right while in command.
Miss Foster, you're completely twisting my words. This is completely inappropriate.
I'm just trying to get some information based on what you're telling me, Mr. Finch. All I want is honesty.
Are we to continue, or are we done here?
I believe our time is just about up. But if you would, though, we'd like you to cover anything you've missed during the interview.
Well, privatized militaries are tricky. It's always a difficult situation when there's so much trouble in the world, just as you've alluded to. One relies on death, terrorism, and genocides. Atrocities. It takes very special people to be able to do what we do. But it was the leaders of the world who called upon us during a great time of need. It is an immense responsibility, but one we do not take lightly at Black Eagle. When the world calls on us, we can't turn our back on it. We have to be the ones who right the wrong. Good will always win. Thank you very much for having me on your program.
One last question before I let you go. Would you be able to help me understand this? I've recently uncovered evidence that callsign Shorty has been killed under your orders. Can you help me explain this?
Miss Foster, I have absolutely no idea who created this amateur forgery in an attempt to slander my name.
I only want the truth, Mr. Finch.
I think this interview is over.
Come on! Get up! Come on, get up. Get up. Come on.
What a silly thing to do. My job comes with so many privileges. I'm the only one in the world who has access to that type of document. But of course, you already knew that. Because you did your homework! You're a fucking scholar! But I think you're a cheat. I think you've been copying someone else's work. And I bet I know whose shoulder you've been looking over. Everything could have been so perfect. I knew you were a bitch. I figured as much. But that doesn't really matter. Those gunshots are for me. Will you just get up now? This vulnerable thing is getting very old. Sit down. Sit! Now we can have a real interview.
Come on. Get up. Get up. You wimp.
Throughout the existence of Black Eagle, there have been a total of only 3 people who've had access to the type of document you brought here today. Well, Miss Foster, how are you to conduct an interview if you don't ask me any questions?
Mr. Finch,
Yes, Miss Foster?
did you sign the order to assassinate call sign Shorty?
Of course.
Why?
No loose ends. I suspect you already knew the answer to that question. Especially since the date on that document predates the deaths of Viper and Jester. Which means I was the only one who had access to that type of file. But I've been answering questions for far too long. I'd really prefer to ask you one now, if I could. Wonderful. Only 3 people had access to that document. 2 of them are dead. Correct? Three people had access to that type of document. 2 of them are dead. Correct? Speak up!
They're alive! They're alive!
Those motherfuckers. Unacceptable. Unacceptable!
No loose ends.
What, is that all you got?
Bring it on. Bring it on. What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Black Eagle is finished. Leo announced it that night in front of us all. The world felt the impact right away. Leo Finch will hear the result of his trial in just 2 days, where he could face life in prison on charges of war crimes, extortion, and several others. I had my story. I was able to help put an end to privatized military corporations for good.
And that story was enough to get you your first Pulitzer Prize, which is why you're here with us today. Your story is amazing. Were you very frightened?
Yes, I was. I was in a room with a very dangerous man, but they trained me.
They trained you?
Yeah, they did.
How was that, learning from them?
Thrilling, exhilarating. How do you describe an experience like that?
So, you have your story, you have your Pulitzer Prize, you have everything from letters to movie pitches. What is next for Alexis Foster?
It was never about the fame. It was about demolishing an outdated system. And moving forward, it's about giving voices to millions that need one.
I'm gonna ask you something now that I'm sure all our viewers out there are dying to know. Do you know where they are now? The agents.
I got the right guys.